Hi, I'm back with yet another video. This one is going to be a really exciting one for me to make, edit, and upload. So, in this one, what am I talking about? Writing inspiration with the never-ending list of things you can do to get inspiration, things that you should be doing or shouldn't be doing, or best tips or hot topics. I'm just simplifying my way of getting inspiration and making them into videos for you, and this is going to be a 3 or 4 part series, which is I've decided I'm going to name it Cheyenne's 4 Pillars of Writing Inspiration, just to keep it very condensed so I can focus the time that each of these topics deserve, and so that I can simplify things for you. So I hope you all enjoy that. If you like this kind of content, if you would like to see more like this from me, including writing challenges, other authors' writing routines, or book reviews, and TBR lists. If you just saw that one that went up last week, let me know. And little bits and pieces of my fitness journey thrown in here or there, then please hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon so you never miss an upload from me. Now, without any further ado, let's get into the rest of this video, which I hope you enjoy and I hope you get some value out of it, because this is something that has really helped me. Needless to say, writing isn't easy all the time. It is not for the faint of heart, but it can be such a beautiful, rewarding thing to do. There are some days where you end up in a flow state and the words are just coming to you, or there are even days where you struggle a little bit and you have to put a bit more thought into what you're writing, and then there are days that are just downright awful because you're dealing with writer's block. You don't know what to write. It could even be something as simple as something I was having a problem with last week, where I was just writing, deleting, write a whole paragraph, delete a whole paragraph, and it was just not working. So what do I do to help me with those scenarios? Well, here is episode 1 in my 4-part series on this. And this one specifically is focusing on turning to other creatives. Hope you enjoyed that little clip of me dramatically showing the struggle that I was having last week. I wanted to add a little bit of more dimension to these videos and play around with editing, so let me know if you like that. Then the other thing I wanted to bring up is some of these days you do not, especially when you're struggling, do not want to open up your laptop and try to write, or you can't even begin to think about picking up a pen and paper or opening your notebook. And this is where this comes in really handy. So what do I do, and how does turning to other creatives help me? Let's find out. I just want to start by saying, no matter what state you're in, whether the words are flowing, whether you're having to think, or whether you're just having a really hard time with it, just know I've been there multiple times in each state, and so has any other writer. Don't give up. It's just not every day, not every session is perfect, and some are. And that is completely fine. It is completely normal. So, turning to other creatives, how does that help me? First up, I do this before I even think about opening my laptop to write, or before opening my notebook to look at my notes. Why do I do this? Because it helps me relax. I do this in the morning. So today's Thursday is my 1 week day off from my job, and I'll wake up and I'll find a video from one of my favourite creatives and put it on. And then it kind of sets the day off, or what I hope to be a productive writing session off, in the right tone. So that kind of exposed me, not in the worst way, but it's just exposed what I do, like on a Thursday when I have the day off. I'm fine with that. You know, it is a great way to do it. So I turn to creatives like Brielle Cruz with her YouTube channel Brielle Writes, Sincerely B with her channel Sincerely B, Edme the Author with her channel Edme the Author, Hannah with her channel The Real Vintage Dollhouse, and I also turn to, surprisingly, Kelsey and Peaches Say. Didn't that's how you say it? With her channel Kelsey Danger. So why do I turn to these creatives? And you may notice that not all of them are primarily the same. In fact, I have a gamer on there and someone that focuses on nostalgic content. and the past, and learning more about civilian life in World War II and trying challenges with people's lifestyle from that era. So, but funnily enough, Kelsey, the gamer, has actually got a published book called Voice of the Ocean, which I love, and I cannot wait for the next book to come out in that series. And Hannah from Real Vintage Dollhouse is writing, and I think she talked about self-publishing a children's book about her pet pigeon Penny, who is no longer alive, but from everything I've seen had one of the most beautiful personalities and was really helpful to Hannah. So, funnily enough, they are all writers, but these two people's channel, not at all about writer, being a writer, or becoming an author, really. It's like a little blip in their online personality. If you know of Kelsey and Peachy Say, or you've gone and checked out her channel, you know that she is a gamer focusing on Sim 4 content. Now, if you know anything about me, when I was a kid, I was definitely a Sim 2 kid. I remember my dad playing me the double deluxe version of the game, and I had so much fun with that as a kid because it allowed me to be creative. At that point, you're not creating with an end goal in mind. You just go, oh, I wonder if I can put this together and put this together and make it a cool house, or can I give my character this hair color or this side nose, for example. So I love her for that, and it gave me the inspiration to use The Sims 4, which I did get as an adult. Never played The Sims 3, but I got The Sims 4 after moving out here, having my laptop, and having the money to buy it. And I use it just to play on. Sometimes I just want to play a game and relax, and other times I go into it with a specific goal in mind. So I will use The Sims 4 as visual aid, like with my main character Andrea's house. That way I'm able to describe things properly, talk about where things are, and make things seem more believable while not unintentionally changing the layout of the house as I write. I'm also going to be doing a video where I build Andrea's bookstore within The Sims 4. So keep your eyes out for that. I'm looking forward to making that video. But, you know, she's a very good reminder to just let your imagination take you where you want it. You can do casual storytelling by playing a game, or you can use it to help you write your actual book. So that's why I do like Kelsey and Peachy Say. And as I mentioned, Hannah from Real Vintage Dollhouse, she shares a lot of nostalgic content, and, you know, in spirit of that, I'm making a pot roast for dinner, so I do have Guinness because it was a Guinness pot roast and I didn't need all of it, so. This will tie in with another creator that I'm going to talk about in a moment. So, she shares a lot of nostalgic, but like, she had videos where she tries living on a World War II ration diet for 8 days, which I thought was quite interesting. Made me think I could take on a challenge like that, and who knows, maybe I will. And she shares a lot about British life and, you know, her journey with becoming more nostalgic, making her home a safe haven, and all that wonderful stuff, while also teaching little bite-sized pieces of history, which, if you know me, you know I love history. But I think Hannah, she just seems like such a sweet girl. I actually do work with a girl named Hannah, and she's very sweet. But yeah, she just seems like a person I would genuinely be friends with and have really good conversations with. And she reminds me of my own connection in my life and my own family, if you will. Because she's British, my grandparents, if you may not know this about me, my mum's parents actually emigrated from England to Australia with their 2 sons before having my mum when they were in Australia. So some of the jokes, some of the humour really resonates with me because it's like a reminder of my own connection to that past. And we all know I do love to have a good cuppa or a coffee, depending on what the day is. So that's why I turn to her, because she takes her knowledge of history and she takes it forth and she puts it in a creative way, in a slightly more modern way for us to learn and to have fun with it. And it's a great way to remind myself that, you know what, be a history nerd, have fun, who cares, as long as you're being safe and you're not harming anyone, do what makes you happy. And that's been really good, especially seeing a different take on the creativities. Not to mention, I find her to be a breath of fresh air in this world that is overrun by overconsumption. And I'll admit, I have been sucked into it a couple times, but she's just this beautiful, thrifting, homely person. And I watch her all the time. Need to relax to go to bed? I'm watching her. First thing in the morning when she posts a new video, I'm watching her. So, Hannah, if you haven't seen this video, love ya. The other channels like Brielle, Edme, Sincerely V, they are all writers like me and probably like you too, and they're sharing their journey. And the funny thing is, they're all at different points of their journey. Edme had a published book. Sincerely V had just gotten, well, had a literary agent and shared the amount of rejections that she got in the past to getting to a literary agent. And is sharing like her doing final edits on her book, getting it ready for publication, which is probably happening sometime soon. And Brielle, she is, you know, sharing the process of writing a draft and like writing multiple drafts and trying so hard to make something work, and then in the end deciding to blow up the book and start from the beginning. And it's a good reminder that sometimes that needs to happen. Sometimes you just need to blow it up and something better will come forth from the ashes of the previous book. And it is really good to have these infos and frameworks from people that are in very different stages, because you learn more about each stage, so you know what to look for and you learn a little bit from other people along the way. In fact, I love Edme, the author. I love her content. Again, another British girl. And she had very cozy ones, living in the library, and so forth and so on. But my favourite thing that she does is a series / podcast called Book Club in the Pub. If that is not the most British Aussie thing I've ever heard, I don't know what it is. But that is just a lovely concept to me. And I also have this here in honour. So, cheers to Book Club in the Pub. And, you know, it's just a really good reminder that everyone has been where you are right now at some point. And that is okay. You just gotta pick yourself back up and keep going. Honestly, each of these people have such wonderful things about them, like Edme the creator, like I said, with the Book Club in the Pub. Edme the author, with her series Book Club in the Pub. It's so interesting that she gets to interview these different authors and writers at different points in their stage and ask them questions that she wants to ask, and the readers probably want to ask them as well. And you learn so much about what led them to write this story, and also what was going on in their minds when they wrote certain parts. Sincerely V, she just seems like such a sweet, happy, kind girl. She honestly reminds me of my best friend, who was my only maid of honor at my wedding. Just the same sweet, beautiful energy and everything. And I think that's why I like her so much, because this friend, hopefully you're watching this, love you. She literally has been there for me since she turned 21, I'm 23. So she's been there for me since she was 17 and I was 19. From our Hunger Jack days to now, that is a long time. And she just reminds me of my friends. And it's really good. And Brielle, she reminds you that you can romanticize being an author and a writer as much as you want. And it's good to do that. But you sometimes can't romanticize the parts that are really hard. You have to show the good with the bad. And it's all about balance. And I love that about her. So, these people I find, they help me be creative because, you know, you can resonate with something they say or a feeling that they're describing, and it starts getting you thinking. They're talking about something they want to do in their book, and it makes you go, huh, I don't want to do that, but that gives me an idea of something else I want to do. Or, you know, things like that. Or they're talking about a scene that they're writing, and you're like, oh my god, this is kind of what I could do with this scene that I've been struggling with. I can take that one little element that she mentioned and add that in, and I could fix the very problem I've been having. Or you hear like stories from the other authors that Edme is interviewing, and they mention what they were feeling at the time or what they were struggling with at the time, and you resonate with that, and you're like, maybe I could write from what I'm struggling with. And it's really good. I do this is the simplest step, I do this before I write. because I want to know. I want to have those juices going, but it's good to surround yourself with like-minded people. When I say that, surround yourself with content of like-minded people, whether they are creative in the exact same way as you or in a slightly different way. And it's great to have that, because then you have someone else that you can go, you know what, they had a hard day too, but they kept going. So that is my number one pillar of getting writing inspiration. It's to turn and lean on other creatives in your genre, or not even in your genre. I hope you all liked this video. If you agree with anything I said, please comment down below. If you like any of these creators, please let me know. I absolutely love all the creators that I've mentioned and so many more. And yeah, remember to hit that like and subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you never miss an upload from me, because there are going to be 3 more videos after this about the 4 pillars of writing inspiration. And I will see you all in the next one. I hope you're all having a lovely day. Bye.